never forget, you just need one buyer for your deal, right? So if you can tap into a network of people who interact with lots of buyers on a regular basis, then all of a sudden now you really have thousands of buyers at your disposal. Maybe they're not on your direct list yet, but you know people who know all these buyers.
So there's a wholesaler that I've done a deal with before in Atlanta. So he reached out to me and he said, hey, Nate, I have a seller who wants to sell for cash, but he wants someone to go through before we have it under contract. So I was like, okay, this happens sometimes. You know, we work with people where they're not able to they don't want to just lock something up immediately before they kind of know what they can pay. So he's like, can you go see it? So I reached out to one of my cash buyers that I'm close with. And I said, hey, come with me to see this house. I don't have it under contract. Just run your numbers while I'm there talking to the seller. We'll say we work together because we do. And tell me what you'll pay. And I'll try to get it for 10K, 15K less than what you'll pay.
Pre-sell it. Yeah.
Yeah. So we went there together. He's walking through the house while I'm talking to the seller. I say, hey, this is the guy who's going to flip the house. I'm the one that, negotiates and gets it done. And the guy's like, okay, cool. So we walk out. The guy sees the buyer sees the house, cash buyer. We walk outside. He tells me he's going to be around 340. So right now I have a solid cash offer, and all I have to do is the seller drove away because we said, hey, we'll make our final offer. And now I know where my legit solid offer is. And it took me 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Just bringing someone, letting know what they paid. Now, the other traditional way is to just blast out to as many people as you can, just get lucky. For me, it's not really worth my time right now to just lock it up and just hopefully someone will pay more. I'm like, let's just go see. And we'll make our offer. I'll do it like 325, 15K. It gets accepted. It's already sold by now. So it's just something for people who might be a little more hesitant to just lock up something without knowing. Just bring your cash buyer with you. If you go to the property, tell them to tell you what they pay. And it's as easy as that. So I thought that might help.
It's a reverse wholesaling technique. What's the way that works the best is if you've got a pre-existing relationship with that cash buyer, or you don't have to, or either that, or you just feel really confident and you feel trust, like you can trust them. Because in essence, what you're doing is you're revealing the property, you're revealing there's a seller, and there could be the opportunity for that cash buyer to backdoor you to the seller because you don't have the contract yet.
Right.
But just be cautious of that. It is a very powerful technique to wholesale without all the risk, because now you're not locking up a property just to find out you overcontracted, to go back and renegotiate and everyone's upset and all of that. And it works, like you said, it works very well, especially if maybe you don't have a big buyer's list or it's a market you don't really know. So, that's a technique that works very well.
And Jerry, I agree with you. Like if you did it with someone random, you could risk that. But the way I got the buyer was I just asked my escrow officer at my title company here in Utah. I said, who's buying in Sandy right now? And she's like, oh, Chris is. So I know without a doubt, I'm tight with the escrow officer. He's not going to backdoor me because he's not going to risk his relationship with her. She gave it to me. So that's a good way for everybody. If you want a quick buyer, just ask the escrow officer that you should have a relationship with like someone in your market. And so it was easy. So I thought that's
a great strategy. And the other benefit of that is, the legit buyers in a market. Like if the escrow officer says, hey, this guy or girl, they're buying like crazy. They're active. They're trusted. They're well-known. We like them. That buyer's probably trying to build a reputation, probably working with wholesalers already. It's not worth it to them to try to backdoor a wholesaler to save 15 grand. It's just not. That's not how they're going to operate. Now, a onesie twosie person, or maybe that's not their main thing, or the numbers are tight, whatever. I mean, backdooring does happen in our industry. I'm not going to say cash buyers don't do that sometimes, or sellers don't do that sometimes. They get another offer that's $5,000 higher and they try to close outside of your contract and all. I mean, those things happen, but they're going to happen a whole lot less if you find the top buyers in your market and then you go directly to them. And if you create that relationship like you did, those buyers, they want to work with you. They would love the opportunity to give their number to you, look at the property, They'll even sometimes give you the earnest money that you put down on your contract, all of that, because they're looking for deals. They want to win and they want you to win, because what they don't want to do is acquisitions. They don't want to do marketing. They don't want to talk to 1,000 sellers. That's why there's wholesalers. They want to work with legit wholesalers.
Agreed. Yeah. And the thing that's cool about this, what I just told you, leveraging the relationship with the person at title, is this is someone I just met today, but it was almost like we were friends because of the relationship. We're in that circle, right? Like mutual relationship. So I think just my advice for everyone here is relationships, leverage your relationships, get good with a hard money lender, because they have buyers, title, and cash buyers. You have relationships with those three key people. I think you'll always have deals. You always have people that can help you close a deal.
Yeah, that's another good source too. So let's kind of review what Nathan said there. Go to a wholesaler friendly title company in your market. That investor friendly or wholesaler friendly title company is going to be doing a lot of transactions, because those title companies, they get a reputation in your market as doing assignments and double closings and investor closings. And they probably are doing dozens or hundreds of transactions monthly. So they're going to know who the top buyers are, build a relationship with them. They can refer those cash buyers to you. And then I love the second recommendation was hard money lenders. So local hard money lenders, they're lending to these cash buyers that are buying properties. They also are a tremendous resource. You could contact them and say, hey, I've got this deal right now. I'm looking for a cash buyer. You obviously lend to, dozens or hundreds of cash buyers in this market. Who do you know that's one of your borrowers that's looking for a deal right now? They might want this deal. They're going to be open and eager to do that, because they're going to refer to you one of their borrowers who's going to do another loan with them. So They win. Everybody wins.
Everybody wins. Yeah, everyone makes money.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Yep. And so oftentimes we think we need to have like this exclusive cash buyer list, or we need to have, 10,000 cash buyers on a list, and just never forget it's just, you just need one buyer for your deal, right? So if you can tap into a network of people who interact with lots of buyers on a regular basis, then all of a sudden now you really have thousands of buyers at your disposal. Maybe they're not on your direct list yet, but people who know all these buyers. So tap into that. That's huge.